Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's going to be a color correction. The first appointment, this is the before. She just has a grown out, she colored her hair with like a warm brown color and it faded to this brassy orange color because she used box color. So she just wants something a little bit lighter with just some more dimension to it, but she still likes to keep it in that warmer tones, just not so brassy. So what I'm doing is I'm just blending her natural hair color with the line that she has of the old color, and for that I am using Shades EQ creams, and I'm using 6NA and 8N with 10 volume, so that's going to give me a really like neutral, a little bit ashy toned level 7 with a little bit more depth because I put a little bit more 6 in it than I did the 8. So that's going to blend her natural hair to this, like blend out this line, and for the end result make it way more blended and look more natural and also grow out more natural. So what I did is just put this all over her head, and then I just comb it through like this with like a medium wide tooth comb, so it's not like super wide and it's not super fine, but this just helped it drag it down a little bit more and blend out that demarcation line. And I just showed you me doing the back really quickly because it's the same in the front, so I just skipped that part. And then what I'm doing now is I'm going to go through it and add some highlights in there to break everything up. Sorry, I have a cold. To break everything up and then lighten it a little bit for summer. So I'm just taking little sections, weaving some pieces out, teasing, and then putting lightener. What I'm using for the lightener is Kadus with 20 volume, which is what I use almost all the time. So if you're ever wondering what lightener I'm using, that's probably what I'm using, and I will definitely put it down in the description. So look down there before you ask in the comments what it is. And then also guys, I say it and then I put it on the screen too, so I always get a ton of questions about what I use, and I put it in 3 different places, so look in those 3 places before, so because I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing, and then you'll be able to know, and you won't have to wait for me to respond because I take a couple days to respond to some comments. I don't respond to all of them, but some of the comments I will respond to. So yeah, that's all I'm doing right now is I'm just going to bricklay little tiny sections just to break up everything, and you can just watch how I do this throughout the entire head, and I'll be back when we tone. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I am covering up these dropouts and toning them. So she does want the warmth, but I don't like the brassiness of the color she has now. So I am covering it with a toner. And what I used for this is Shades EQ, the normal 7P. And so it's 7P just straight, no clear or anything. And that's really going to cut down on the brassiness. Also, guys, I don't show me toning the roots, but I also put the same color right on her roots where the blended part is. So if I were doing a normal root toner in the bowl, so that's in the bowl, I'll put this 7P on there, and then I will tone it with, I'll tone the highlights with something else. Okay, so I put that 7P on her roots, combed it through, and then now for her ends I'm using Shades EQ also, and I'm using 8V, 9P, and 9N. Again, her hair is pretty brassy, and it lightens brassy because of that box color on there, so I want to just neutralize it but still keep warmth in there. So that's why I have the 8V is a little deeper than 9P, but 9P also helps with some of those lighter ends. And then also the N helps to neutralize. So I find when I mix, sorry, Clyde's in here. I find it when I mix like a cool toned and a neutral, it gives me this really pretty beigey color. Plus adding that onto her brassy ends that have lifted, it's going to give a really pretty warm beige tone, which is what we're wanting. So also, guys, pardon the lighting in here, there is a house that's right next door to my window that is bright red, and so it always reflects super red tones on my clients. So in the photos at the end you'll really be able to see the actual color, but I just wanted to do a little tiny clip of me curling because I get people asking me all the time how I curl hair, and so this is exactly how I do it. And I've tried to incorporate this little clip in a couple of my videos just so you can see like how the color moves a little bit more while they're in my chair, and then also to learn how I style my clients for the photos that I take. And so where I take photos is over by a window, so I use only natural lighting. I don't use any like ring lights or anything like that. I just don't think it makes the hair look as natural or as like shiny or real as normal. So I don't use anything like that. I just stand up by a window and then just make sure it's nice and bright so you can really see the color, because it's so hard. I don't know if you're a stylist, let me know in the comments if you feel this too. It's so hard, like when you have a really good color, to get that same color in a picture. In person you're like, oh my gosh, this is perfect, but in the picture it never translates, which is so annoying. But yeah, I always do natural lighting. So here's the before and after. It's still warm, but it's like very like a pretty warm tone. And then there's movement with the highlights and the dropouts and then the base color. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Follow me on Instagram at Hair by Lexi Dawn, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!